So another topic popped into my head earlier that I thought could be beneficial to share, if anything, just for someone to relate to, because I feel like the majority of vegan families that I see on YouTube, the mom, the dad, and the kids are all vegan. And so I think I am a little bit of the minority, but I could be wrong. I'm vegan and I am married to an omnivore husband. So he still eats meat, he still eats dairy, doesn't really restrict himself at all. It's really hard. So I wanted to share sort of my story on why that is, why we're married, and sort of how that impacts our family and our day-to-day life. So I'll try to keep this as short as possible and just to the point. So the reason that we're married is because, I'm driving to pick up my son, and there's a lot of traffic and a lot of cops. So I might pause it here and then I'll pick back up in a minute. Okay, so I'm past that crazy scene, and I kind of forget where I was, but so whenever we got married, I was not vegan, he was obviously not vegan. About a year after we got married, I went vegetarian, I gave up meat, and that wasn't a huge problem. We could still eat a lot of the same things. And then 1 year after going vegetarian, I went vegan, and now I've been vegan now for about a year, almost a year and a half, and it's been great. It is definitely challenging. Anyone in my position I'm totally understand. It has unique challenges, mostly for me because I am vegan for, I guess, it's ethical reasons, so it's for the animals, and so it can be really hard sometimes when I am seeing him eating something that's not vegan or ordering something that's not vegan. It definitely takes an emotional toll on me. It really breaks my heart, to be honest, and I tell him that all the time, probably every day, that watching him eat that stuff, it really does make me sad, because whenever I see ham or something, I don't see a piece of meat, I see an animal, so it's definitely heartbreaking in that regard. He has been, and so in our situation, he is very supportive. He does completely understand why I choose to eat the way that I eat. And I have, honestly, over the last 2.5 years, I've seen progress in him. I feel like over this time, word of advice to anyone in my situation, don't put too much pressure on your significant other. Just try to be understanding, because pretty much all vegans know, we've all been there. Most of us weren't raised vegan, and so we know what it's like to be a meat eater, to eat dairy, and to feel okay about it or feel good about it. So we just need to remain patient with them. What I like to say about most everyone that I know and love is that they are a future vegan. So they're not vegan yet. And that's what I say about my husband. So I do most of the cooking. Of course, I only cook vegan, and he eats everything that I cook. He never complains. He's happy with the way that I cook. He just isn't ready yet to give everything up that I've given up. And it's really not giving up, because there are alternatives out there, but he's not super keen on those yet. So, my advice to other wives or husbands or whoever in my situation is to just be patient, but also be diligent, and continue to just be very vocal about your beliefs. Share articles and videos with them whenever the time feels right. I send my husband stuff pretty frequently. I tag him in things on Facebook. I'll go off on rants about whatever injustice I'm seeing done to animals. So sorry, my hair is wet. I just showered before I left. So yeah, it's hard. It's still worth it for me. We do have one child together, and so definitely I think it would be easiest if my husband did go vegan it would be super easy then to feed the whole family. It would be even easier, you know, to answer all my son's questions whenever he gets older, if and hopefully when my husband does transition into the vegan lifestyle. But yeah, the most I can do right now is just be supportive with however long it takes him to transition, if he ever does. And I just try to remain hopeful that he will, because the way I see it, I used to eat a ton of meat, a ton of dairy. I was fine with it. And I think that if I can have a change of heart and opinion, then hopefully he can too, and he will. I try to, you know, just lead by example. Yeah. So that's all I can't really think of anything else, but I just wanted to share that. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I'm driving and the sun is down, obviously, because it's winter. So hopefully you understood everything that I was trying to share. And if any of you out there are in this situation, just remain hopeful. Don't take it out on your significant other, or be, you know, too hard on them. I know that it's hard, but yeah, I just try and have hope. Okay, thank you for watching, and if you like my content, please subscribe.